Hello, ladies. How are y'all? I feel like it's been forever since I have spoken to y'all. I am hot. I just came back from running errands, and so I was like, let me just get on and chat with you all because it's been a little bit. So I pray that you all are well. Um didn't really want much, just wanted to um just kind of see how you all were doing. And I've just had, some life changes happening, you know, and so I've been really busy, and that's why I haven't been on to speak with you all. But hopefully, I can get in a flow once everything starts settling down. I can get in the flow and come back and start, spending time with you all. But I'm working now, so I have been working a lot. So that has been taking up a lot of my time and just other things going on. And today I was off. And so I was gonna just, do housework and all of that. And do y'all ever have conversations with yourself here lately? I mean, I've always had internal, like, conversations in my mind. I just had a conversation with myself out loud today. I don't know. And I'm just like, no, you're not going to do housework. You have worked so hard these past couple of weeks. You're going to get out the house. You're going to go out and you're going to spend some time with yourself, and you're going to sightsee, and you're just going to breathe. You're going to breathe. And that's what I did today. I got online and I found a coffee shop that I wanted to go visit. I drove to the coffee shop and I got me a iced, what is it? A iced lavender honey oat milk latte. And it was so delicious. And it just felt good doing something for myself. I was going to go to the museum, but it was blocked off, so I couldn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google the museum, and then I'm just going to set a day to just go to the museum and have a day. And I just feel like, I make all these emergency preparedness videos and, Bible prophecy, end of the world type things. And just, with reading scripture and everything that's going on in the world, I just feel like we don't have time, and I'm not saying tomorrow, it's going to happen, but I just feel like we need to give ourselves grace and little things that, we've just been putting off. Like, I've wanted to try this coffee shop for months. And I just kept saying, no, no, no. Today I was like, you know what? You're going to get up. I got dressed, as you can see. And I curled my hair, which, I mean, it was curled. And I got pretty and I took myself to the coffee shop. I sure did. And it felt amazing. I just feel like we just put stuff, we say, oh, I'm going to wear that dress when someone gets married, or when I go out on a date, or when I get married, or when this. And I'm just like, no, Veronica, I'm going to put on a pretty dress. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to do my makeup. And I'm going to the coffee shop. I'm going to an antique shop. And I'm just going to get out. And that's exactly what I did. And it felt so amazing. And I just, a few weeks ago, there was an event that I wanted to go to, and in my head, I was talking myself out of it, and I was like, no, you're gonna do it. I don't know why. Let me know if you do that, where you get in your head sometime and you just talk yourself out of things. And I just am gonna pour back into myself. I've poured into, us women, we pour into our children, husbands, church, organizations, family, And then we're left just depleted. But I'm just like, no more. Like I'm just not doing that anymore. And so today I'm just like, it's all about me. It's my day off. I have just worked so hard. I came home last night, my feet were killing me. And today I was gonna rest, but I was like, no, I feel like I need fresh air. And so, that's what I did. I got a few things at the store, not much, but I'm gonna show those to you. And then, while I was out, I got a craving for tater tots. So I said, I went and got me some tater tots, and I wanted steak. So I did not go out and buy a big steak. I didn't. But I did go and get me like some steak strips. And I am going to have me steak and tater tots. You want to know why? Because that's what I wanted. That's what my body wanted. And I'm going to give. Now, I'm going to give it to myself. Okay. So I've decided that's what I want to eat. That's what I'm going to have today. So I feel like we just need to give ourselves more grace and say yes to ourselves more, to things that are, let me just, not saying yes to things of the flesh that's gonna, cause you to sin or harm or someone, or I'm not saying that. But just little things, like if you want tater tots, if you want, I don't know, ice cream sundae, just in moderation, it's okay, So I am having steak and tater tots today. And I had me my latte, and I wanted to go to the river somewhere, but it is so hot here. Today is not going to be a day at the lake nor at a river. That's not going to happen. So I'm just going to plan that for another day. But I was at work the other day, actually yesterday, and this guy came through my line and he was like, "Oh, you must have just gotten out of church." And I'm thinking, no, why did you say that? And he's like, "You all dressed up." And I get that a lot. You're all dressed up. You must have just gotten out of church, or you must be going somewhere fancy. No, I celebrate each day. And if I want to wear the dress, I'm going to wear the dress, whether I'm wearing the dress to work or I'm just wearing it to the post office or to the grocery store. I'm going to wear my dress. I'm going to curl my hair, and I'm just going to do the things I am. And I feel like you should too. You should too. Tomorrow I am off also. Now, tomorrow I am going to do some things around the house. Like I need to garden. I definitely need to do that because that has taken the back burner because I've been so busy. So I do want to garden some tomorrow, but I am setting a time up for myself tomorrow to where I can do a pedicure and give myself a nice manicure and do my nails and everything. And I'm just going to pour back into myself. If who's going to do it? If you don't do it, if you don't I feel like, oftentimes we look for validation outside of ourselves. Like who better to pour into me than me? Okay. Who better to buy me flowers? If I want flowers, I'm going to buy myself flowers. I'm not going to wait for, a husband or my birthday or, special occasions. Every day is a special occasion, ladies. Every day is a luxury. Okay. And so I think that's how we should view life, just in a state of gratitude, a state of being content and thankful. The whole time I'm driving, I'm like, thank you, Lord, for providing me with the cash to get this latte today. Thank you for, providing me with this vintage dress that I have on today. Just, we just got to be grateful. I know we see the world show us luxury things as these trips around the world, these beautiful mansions, these exotic cars, and these exotic trips. And, but I have little luxuries that I do for myself in the place that I am. I, like this morning, my son was like, "Oh, looking at, let me see if I can hold on. Let me grab a couple of things, and then I'm going to come back. Hold on for just a second." Okay, I'm holding the phone with my hand, so I apologize if it's shaky. But this morning, I set up me a little coffee station, because I love coffee and tea and things like that. So I just set me up a little space, and my son noticed this here, and he was like, looking like, "What is that, Mom?" And I said, "This is my coffee scoop." And he's looking at it like, I wanted it and I got it, y'all. And I just love how pretty it is. And, of course I could use a spoon for my coffee, but I wanted this, and that's what I got. So I use this for my coffee. And then I got this. It's pink and it's got a little spoon in there. And I'm going to use this for my honey. I'm going to put some honey down in here, and I'm going to use that for my honey. And a friend of mine, she had these at her store, and I got these, and she had plates, and I don't know why I didn't get the plates, but I'm going to text her and see if she still have the plates. If so, I'm going to go back and get the plates. But I just love this glass. It's just a pretty mug. Could I use a regular, just styrofoam coffee cup? Yeah, but why? When I just like pretty things, and I just like to be surrounded by pretty things. And today, I got this, today I got, let me tell you, this coffee scoop was $2 at Dollar General, and this was $1 at Dollar General. So I got that, and I got me this at the Mission store today. Just another, I'm covering up I'm sorry, y'all. Just another little luxury, another little gift to myself. So I got this, and I paid $1 for it. And I'm going to put my body oil in there and use it when I get out the shower or the bath. And let's see. Okay, I got this book here for 50 cents. And it is just, look how thick it is. It is called Simply Delicious Cooking. And so I was looking through there, and there's like some nice gourmet type meals in here that has very, very few ingredients. But the meals are just very, let's see, I'm just trying to find one. But the meals in here are just like gourmet style meals, but with less ingredients. So I don't know how to turn it around so you can see. But how can I turn this around? Let me see. Hold on. But look at that right there. That is just a nice, it's called a fruit pizza, I want to say. Is that what that is, or no? No, I think it's called it's either a fruit pizza or a blueberry crusted ice box cheesecake. Look at this. Very, very little ingredients, butter, blueberries, sugar, gelatin, whipping cream, and cream cheese, and then icing sugar, which they tell you how to make the toppings and everything right there. So that's it. But look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. And I just like to sit and look at these. Look. You see? So it's okay to just give yourself little luxuries. You know, here's just a nice, short, quick and easy angel food cake. And this lemon roll, just what, 4 or 5 ingredients. So that's that. So I got that. Oh my gosh, I wish I had my tripod. Let me try to hold it on this side. So I got that. And I got this book here. It's called Quiet Places. Quiet Places of the Heart. And it's just beautiful scenery in the book. And then this, I just opened it up. And this one is titled, Bless My Good Intentions. Jeremiah 31:3. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, with love and kindness have I drawn you. I love that. And it just has some very beautiful scenery throughout this book with little devotions and things like that. So I thought that was just very, very pretty. Meditations for Women. So I got that. That was 50 cents. And y'all, I think that's it. I got these pretty balances that I'm not going to use for my, I'm not going to use them as a balance. I have another plan for them. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you because I can't get the package open. Oh, I can't get it open. I wanted to show you how pretty they are, but I have a different area that I want to use these in. But I also think that it helps with if you've been feeling a little down and in the, you know, life's just been hitting you hard. You know, just give yourself some grace and clean up your space. That helps. Relax. Prop your feet up. That helps. And lay it at the most high speed. Okay, so here are the balances. You see that? They have little pretty flowers on them. I'm going to use them for a spot in my kitchen. That is all I got today, y'all, on my trip. That was it. You know, the balances was $2. My books was 50 cents each. So what is that? $3. That's all I got. That is all I got today. Oh, and my little jar was $1. So I spent like $4 today, but I got little items that would make me smile and make me happy. So comment down below. You know, give yourself grace. Get out and do it. Get out and do it. Just do it. Just do it. Stop waiting for the right time. Now is the right time. You know, life is just passing us by. You know, the bills are going to be there, but you may not. So, you know, the little things that you're wanting to do that's not going to put you in debt, that's not going to cause harm to anyone, that's not going to be a sin. I don't know why we just don't do it, you know? So, ladies, I pray that this has been, you know, just an encouraging word. Just wanted to give you all an update, and I will talk to you in the next video.